What is going on, everybody? My name is Ciara Lawler. Welcome back to It's Christmas!
Christmas bitches. Oh shit, I shouldn't. Oh, I went too hard, Connor.
I haven't introduced you yet. In the spirit of Christmas, shut the fuck up. Jesus
Fair enough,
Christ.
sir. Sorry, sir.
I'm
Didn't
joined
mean
as
that, sir.
always by my beautiful best friend. Oh, I love him so much. It's Christmas. It's Shaun. Shaun,
Hi.
how are you?
I'm good. How are you? Happy Christmas.
I'm good. Thanks very much. We've mentioned Christmas like 15 times. Look, it's a Christmas episode, and every year we like to do something a little bit different for Hero Zero. Which, Hero Zero, Shaun, for anyone who hasn't listened, what is this?
Well, it's usually the show where we take one comic book character every single week. You normally take DC characters, I normally take Marvel, and we just give them, the audience, a little bit of a rundown about everything to do with that character.
Indeed.
Now, on the last episode, Connor, I covered man in Marvel Comics with a very convoluted history. It was the Hobgoblin that we talked about.
An episode I really liked.
I'm glad.
I very much enjoyed it.
It's a bullshit. It's a ridiculous story of how comic book writers just change things however they feel like it, but a very interesting character. But yeah, as you said, this week is a little bit different in that we're both kind of covering a character this time.
This is the first time we've ever tried this, and we just thought it was a bit fun because last year, I feel like I've played my cards a little bit if we were to play poker, because last year I covered DC's Santa Claus.
Indeed you did.
And so this year we could have got you to do Marvel's Santa Claus. I don't think you have covered Marvel's Santa Claus, but you had already done Hero Zero last week. So we decided instead what we'll do is we'll try and mix it up. I will do DC's Santa Claus again.
Yes.
You will do Marvel's Santa Claus. And we will have a Santa Claus off because it is Christmas Eve, Shaun. And I want to know who's bringing me my presents and who's a little dickhead.
Yeah. But both Santas are objectively the same Santa. They both bring presents and things like that. But because of comics, there is like canon events that happened that show how strong these Santas are. So let's have a big fight night and see who comes out on top.
I think I'm going to win. If we're going to go trumps, I just really want to raise my first trump card, and that is my Santa was created in 1940. Shaun? Because mine is Superman's Christmas Adventure #1.
Right, I see. My Santa was 1955
later.
in Strange Tales. But my Santa's been around. He's been around for millennia, Connor, in fact.
Now, the Marvel Santa, I know, right? I just want to come out clean right now. In this fight, we will both raise our arguments. And I feel like I am going to be an underdog because the rules are these two have to fight.
Yes.
And who will come out as the victor in said fight.
That's fair. And I'd just like to set one parameter for the fight.
Oh, here we go. Okay.
It takes place on Christmas Eve.
Christmas Eve, so they're both at their most powerful.
Both at their peak. Okay?
Okay.
That just
at their
has
peak,
to
so
happen.
they're like 170. Big beard, big hair. I've seen the Santa Claus. I know Tim Allen. They're both not Tim Allen, hopefully.
But not Tim Allen, not at all. But like, I don't know where to start with this really, but I just like to say that canonically, in the Marvel universe, Santa Claus is one of the most powerful mutants to ever exist.
Oh fuck. Okay. Well, tell me a little bit more about that. I'll see if I can. How are we talking here? Like, we got Magneto, we got Professor X.
One of the first times we saw Santa in Marvel Comics was in an X-Men Christmas special, right? Canon, Earth 616.
Oh, fuck.
So, main Marvel universe. So, I want you to picture the scene. It's December 24th, okay?
Today.
But it's back in the past when the X-Men were about. So, we're talking like the 60s. Because, quote-unquote, Santa Claus showed up, but it was just like, it's Santa. But this time, he's an actual character. So it's in like
there, boy. What day is it?
That's Scrooge, but close enough. So, it's Christmas Eve. X-Mansion. Cerebro goes off. The most powerful mutant that's ever been detected just entered the atmosphere.
Fuck off.
So you got the X-Men running towards them. So you got your Professor X, your Beasts, your Cyclopses.
He's definitely not running. Can I just say Professor X 100% not running towards them?
Moving at pace towards this new mutant. You've also got like some Wolverine and Jean Grey there as well, Iceman. Also, who wants to recruit Santa to their side? Because this is the thing that the X-Men do, is that they want to recruit all new mutants that they detect into the X-Men, the School for Gifted Mutants. But also who detects a very powerful mutant entering the atmosphere is the Brotherhood of Evil Mutants. So you
really need to change that name, just in terms of, like,
they've
getting
really
it out there.
Yeah, they've really laid down which side they're on there.
The Brotherhood of Evil Nazi Mutants. Come
evil,
join us.
hate-filled, horrible Nazi mutants. And you got your Magnetos, you got Blob, you got Toad, you got Unis the Untouchable.
Oh, of course. Unis, who could forget?
I think also Pyro is there. And so you have this big fight between the Brotherhood of Evil Mutants and the X-Men over who gets to control Santa. And then what Santa does to all of the most powerful X-Men and the Brotherhood of Evil Mutants, he turns them all into toys so that they just stop fighting.
All of them.
He defeats the X-Men and the Brotherhood of Evil Mutants at once. He erases their memories, and then he makes it snow in New York City for the first time in years. Because he's just that nice a guy.
Okay. Can I raise you? I see that level of power.
Right.
And can I raise you just a level of, I would say, style? I think that has a level of power, but I can beat it with style. And that is, I'm gonna give you a little story, Shaun. Apocalypse. Have you heard of Apocalypse in the DC canon?
I'm familiar. That's a planet or something like that.
So there's a big guy. You probably know him, Darkseid.
Zack Snyder's Justice League.
Yeah. And he has a lot of defenses in apocalyptian defenses on his ship.
Right.
And every single year, and this is canon in DC, every year Darkseid is there and he sets up traps. He home aloads his own ship every year. And every year the traps get more and more elaborate. More dangerous, more machine guns, more bombs, more lasers that set off fucking crocodiles falling on people.
Okay.
All this stuff, right? And every single year, we see DC's Santa Claus turn up to the ship, flip, backflip, side flip, slide, jump, escape every single one of those traps to personally give Darkseid a lump of coal every year to his face and say, you deserve this. And then he runs away.
And that's pretty good. And that is a testament to the power of this Santa. Now,
how strong is Darkseid? What powers is he putting up there, like?
I mean, he's Omega level, surely. But
he's not taking on this Santa Claus, though. He could fight him, but he doesn't want that.
He's not going 1-to-1. No. He's all about the PvE, the player versus environment kind of thing.
He's taking the Kevin McAllister route.
The coward's route. Yeah, correct.
The coward's route.
Now, what I'd like to nail down about Marvel's Santa, Connor, is that he's a multiversal being. So, there's different versions of Santa, but they're all Santa, canonically. Okay. So, everything that's ever happened has happened. And so, Santa is also basically Odin of Asgard, who is Thor's dad.
Can't be two people at once, Shaun.
You know, he can be, Connor, because Santa is born of all the versions of Santa. They all coalesce, and then they make the legendary figure Santa Claus.
What?
So
wait, he's just all the gods combined.
Because Santa, like, originally was like, it was Odin was thought to be Santa Claus because he'd ride around on a sledge pulled by boar and reindeer and stuff like that. Also,
I wonder where they got it from.
yeah.
That's
Also,
definitely fucking Santa.
literally Saint Nicolas as well. He exists in the Marvel universe, so miracles.
Okay.
And by extension, I suppose, like, Christianity is real in the Marvel universe. And the belief in all of these figures as Santa Claus created a being which was all of them merged together as the perfect Santa Claus. And that's cool enough. But then, one time, he got tired of being like Santa Claus and delivering presents and stuff like that. So he decided to use his knowledge of who was naughty and who was nice to become the world's greatest detective, Connor. Which is a term never before used in comics.
Never. You said that, and my brain immediately went, he's on the wrong track here.
He's on the wrong company. And so he became the world's greatest detective, located evidence for a murder investigation for Jennifer Walters. So not only is he magical, he's also very, very smart, Connor. And just very, very humorous point is that he had the hots for She-Hulk, and he made a pass at her. And because he did that, Mrs. Claus filled She-Hulk's office with reindeer droppings.
How is that She-Hulk's fault?
Not She-Hulk's fault at all.
That's absolutely ridiculous.
Just have a word with your fella there, Mrs. Claus.
All that woman did was exist. And this lad's coming along and making a pass at her. So what you've done there is he's a bit of a dog. I think that he's gone down in my estimations now. He's a bit of a dog.
He's a bit of a dog, but you can't deny his detective skill, Connor. No matter how much of a dog he might be.
He's a wild card, but I'm glad he's in our deck.
Look, he's not perfect father Bruce Wayne. I can't attest to that, you know.
Well, here's the thing. I could actually do the opposite, because the DC Santa Claus, Shaun, charisma. Charisma out the wazoo. And that's a Christmas treat.
That's a Christmas treat.
Because with the exception of notable individuals, such as Lobo and the Easter Bunny, Santa Claus has the ability to engender trust and inspire hope in almost everyone he meets, as he has magic that he is able to do that, Shaun. Right. So, he has the ability to make anybody trust him and inspire people. Which means, I think in this fight, he would just inspire the rest of the Earth, of all of the other Justice League members, to fight with him against your Santa Claus. Whereas your Santa Claus, dog, nobody wants to do anything with him. He's a cheating bastard.
No. Well, look, I'm not forgiving his actions, Connor. He did repent, okay? He gave She-Hulk a pass to change back into human form so she could spend Christmas with her family. So he said he was sorry, okay?
Right.
Yeah. Okay.
Right.
Cancel culture. It's I don't believe that. I don't believe what I just said. Let's just make that clear.
They came from. How dare they?
Now, one time, this, if anything, will hurt my argument, but I think it's a really interesting story.
Here we go.
So one time,
I'm winning.
So Santa doesn't know how to run a business. That's one of his main faults. So one of the elves one time came up and was like, "Here, listen, big man, I will organise the North Pole. I will get this place ship shape, and I will overhaul it, make it much more efficient." And this elf wanted to outsource the labour to cheaper countries to make things than the North Pole. And Santa was like, no, I won't have that. So the elf named Tinsel spread lies about Santa throughout the other elves in the factory.
Fucking dickhead Tinsel.
Dickhead Tinsel. All the other elves abandoned the factory. Factory shut down. Santa turned to drink, became manic. And kind of a rift was drawn between him and Mrs. Claus, right? Christmas didn't happen. And so...
You're Santa sleeping on the job, is what you're telling me. He's making passes at women and he's not going to work.
No. He's having a rough time with it right now, Connor.
You're right.
And that attitude isn't helping anything. So, what happened is... So Christmas came, no presents were delivered, and so a group of kids set up a GoFundMe, and they hired Deadpool to kill Santa. Deadpool then went to the North Pole, couldn't manage to kill him. Instead, he learned about the what had happened to the factory, and he killed Tinsel instead. He murdered this elf. And then Santa cleaned himself up, put some weight back on, and became Santa once more. So he's already.
Your argument is
he's
that
already
he was disliked. Go on.
He's already been at rock bottom, Connor, and he's climbed his way out of it.
It's
so
not
he's
an X Factor
inspirational
audition.
Santa.
Like, my thought is, all I got from that story, Shaun, for your shitty little Marvel Santa Claus, is that he was hated enough by a bunch of kids that started a GoFundMe to kill him. And I feel like that's poor.
I think that says more about the kids than Santa, to be fair.
But you'd have to hate him a lot for that to come up.
You'd have to be a pretty selfish kid to want to kill fucking Santa.
Well, you
Christmas
forget...
isn't about the presents, Connor.
It's about the friends you make along the way who give you presents. But Shaun, you forget the major part that I have, and that is, do you remember last year when I told you a little story of when the DC Santa Claus turned evil and was fought by Lobo?
I do remember this.
Our very own Deadpool kind of mixture with Wolverine and Ghost Rider.
It's inspired choice, DC writers.
So he's got a lot of colourful speech, and he's got rapid regeneration, and he's a hitman, basically. And
Well,
in
he's not
DC
sounding
canon, no, this is Lobo, I should say.
No, I know, I was joking.
DC canon, the Easter Bunny hires Lobo to kill Santa Claus because he's taken all the shine away from the other lesser holidays, and the Easter Bunny wants.
I think Easter needs to step up as a holiday.
I feel like, I thought the same. I think it's very easy to throw stones, but it's very hard to maybe look upon yourself, Easter Bunny, and think, maybe I need to do better. Maybe I'm the fault here. But here's the thing, Lobo turns up and he goes to the North Pole, and in this piece of canon, now there's two separate DC Santa Claus. It's all very confusing. This one is evil, Shaun. And not only is he evil, I would go so far as to say just pure Nazi level evil.
Nazi,
because he's known as Chris Crusher Kringle. And he's a brutal dictator who runs an empire out of his stronghold at the North Pole.
It's like Santa Claus 3.
He maintains an army of elves, and through a practice of planned malnutrition, was able to keep them short in stature and fierce as ferrets. So he's up at the North Pole. He's got all the little elves short. This guy's a fucking killer, Shaun. You know what I need to do with this guy, right? This guy's a bad man.
Even if you're nice.
He's just a bad man, right? Lobo comes into Santa's workshop, and he begins massacring the elves one by one.
A mercy killing, it sounds like.
Mercy killing at this point. Some of the elves attempt to fight back against the naughtiest one, but they're only armed with pop guns. So this Santa has only armed them with pop guns just for humorous reasons.
Just so you can watch them die.
So you can watch them die. Because this dictator, he doesn't fuck about. He doesn't care. And what happens then is that Chris Crusher Kringle faces off with Lobo. And Santa... This Santa's not jolly, Shaun. This is not Santa you want to come up with, because, he's got razor-sharp shivs
I thought
on
you were
him.
going to say he had rabies.
He's got rabies. He's got razor-sharp shivs, and to add to it, when your Santa fights my Santa, you got to deal with razor-sharp shivs. You got to deal with killer dictator Santa, whose elves will kill themselves to take hits for him. And then...
I think, no, elves cannot be in the fight. That's...
these elves, it's like Despicable Me. They're willing to kill themselves.
Alright, then I get my elves.
Oh,
Light elves of Alfheim, Connor.
But I also have a gorilla companion named Cog with my
I do
Santa,
remember the gorilla companion, alright.
who he went to college with.
Yeah, that's true. But does he have all the reindeer?
he has an elfomatic cloning unit. So no matter how many elves your Santa kills, he can clone more elves.
But because you can't bring the cloning unit to the fight.
Oh, who says that? It's outside the fighting area, just over to the right.
Yeah, but like it's like you can't just add more people into a fight as it goes on.
Yeah, but imagine even just the intimidation factor. Your Santa's there. Suddenly, the place is surrounded by millions of elves, all cloned.
They're all toys now. My Santa can turn them all into toys.
Oh fuck!
That's
my
no
Santa has
threat at
magic
all.
as well, Shaun. I just want to put that out there.
Also,
yeah, he's got magic.
I'm back on the wiki. My Santa radiates a subtle, charismatic, charming effect on people, able to soften hardened hearts. No, it's used the whole time, so it's neither of us have it.
I already used that. My Santa Claus is immortal. Can never be
So is
beaten.
mine. He hasn't aged in centuries.
He's not aged beyond his traditional image for several centuries, it says here too.
Wow, these are really similar.
Almost like they're the same.
My Santa appears to most people in their own racial features.
My Santa has firearms.
My Santa's actually immune to fire.
Fuck! I said firearms, guns.
Oh, right. So I thought
immune to shivs?
firearms.
My Santa's got firearms.
That's okay. So he's got your Santa has guns basically.
Shivs and guns.
My
and a
Santa,
gorilla.
You forget you've fallen right into my trap, Connor.
Oh,
this
no.
fight takes place on Christmas Eve.
Yeah.
On Christmas Eve, you're familiar. You're familiar with the Marvel 1 to 7 rating system, correct?
Oh fuck! Oh no! Yes.
On Christmas Eve, Santa's speed is enhanced to a 7, making him a teleporter. The man can't be hit.
But can I say that the Marvel 1 to 7 rating system doesn't have an equivalent in the DC universe, and it has been proven that the DC characters are much more powerful than the Marvel characters as a base level. So I think your 7 would be my Santa's 3.
Well, just point
4?
to the point on the wiki where it says that your Santa's a teleporter, Connor, and I will agree.
My Santa is magic to the point that he's a powerful wizard capable of hiding entire cities in ice. So he will just hide your Santa in a bunch of ice.
Right, well, my Santa can control snow and ice, actually.
Fuck off!
He can. That's why he made it snow in New York.
No, he did.
In his first appearance with the X-Men, Connor. I prefaced
Yeah, no,
this.
he did.
I established it in the story.
Oh, fuck.
My Santa can press 2 tons.
Why does he need that?
I don't know. Lifting all that coal, apparently. He can levitate, but only up chimneys. That's a thing that my Santa has.
My Santa can levitate just in general.
Just in general, is it?
Doesn't need a chimney because he's a wizard.
Just teleport into the air and destroy him.
My Santa fought Black Adam, and Black Adam
Santa
would kick the
fought
shit out
Hitler.
of all of your people. Oh, okay, right. Oh, fuck. I see what you've done there. I can't argue that.
I played that card.
You played he fought Hitler card, and I respect it. I do respect it because it's tough for me to come back from that.
True.
Black Adam, not quite on the same level, I would say. Bad guy, but
anyways, Hitler was the worst, wasn't he? Wouldn't you agree, Connor?
yeah, but also your Santa's a bit of a creep. So how does that factor in?
Not anymore, because that was like he was a creep.
He's changed.
No, he hit rock bottom, and now he climbed himself back up, and now he's the best Santa there ever
doesn't
was.
need to hit rock bottom. Just
no, because Santa's just as fallible as the rest of us, Connor.
Can I just make my one big take?
You can try.
So we've got elves. We've got a gorilla. My Santa has a best friend, Shaun. That might interest you. His best friend is Superman, who has appeared in multiple Santa comics and helped him deliver presents multiple times. They are very good pals. And I think, if it came to it, this fight started getting out of hand. Superman's jumping in.
This is
and
very
your 1 to 7
interesting.
rating system, I don't think it's going to beat him.
My Santa is friends with Carol Danvers, Captain Marvel.
I think Superman is
And
stronger than Carol Danvers.
Deadpool.
And who?
Deadpool as well.
Oh, fuck. You can't kill Deadpool. You can't throw two people. You only get to pick one.
If you get an army of fucking elves, I get two friends.
No, the army of elves, okay, they aren't involved. You just get to pick a champion.
A champion to represent Santa.
I'm picking Superman.
I think... See,
Superman's like,
I won't argue it. The comic book fan in me won't let me argue Captain Marvel versus Superman. Because while they're very similar, Superman would always win. Now,
I think Superman is the trump card that beats everybody. We've kind of already discussed it because there's no kryptonite on Marvel planet. So.
Okay, well then I'm going to pivot and I'm going to get you to like my Marvel Santa more. Okay? Because...
So are we fighting still, or are we?
We're still fighting, but I just want you to know this before we go on in the fight.
Okay, you're doing the whole. No, well, he's a good guy. Don't throw
so
Superman.
Different, you and I.
He's seen Superman. He's like, do we need to fight? Go on.
So, are you familiar with the Great Lakes X-Men? It's another X-Men team, essentially.
So many of them. Now,
this was during a fight against the Orphan Maker. Which is one of the most descriptive villain names I've ever heard.
A fantastic name.
Which, I'm going to open that in a tab. That'll be a Hero or Zero in future.
What? I wonder what he does.
So, are you familiar with a man named Damar David, Connor? Because you should be. Oh, Damar David is Doorman.
Damar David is Doorman?
Damar David is Doorman. And so, Damar David asked Santa for a Christmas miracle for his dad. He wanted to get his dad a toy he'd always longed for since he was a kid.
He'd love.
Something to teach him the true meaning of Christmas and help forge a bond between father and son. Okay? Now, this was on Christmas Eve, and it was Santa's busiest time of year, and so he didn't have time to help out Doorman.
Your Santa is shit.
But you hate Doorman.
But Doorman is, he's just asking for a present. Your Santa's always like, oh, look kid, I don't have the fucking time, I have a lot of shit going on. Have a meeting today.
Santa also once sold the North Pole to Hydra. That was something he did.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, it's falling apart a bit, lads.
So, what I've come to you with is a Santa who's got shivs, but he's chosen a champion of Superman who's his best friend. And you've turned up with a lad who's selling things to Hydra, doesn't even have time. He's probably turned up and go, lads, I have to go fucking cheat on my wife with somebody else now in an hour.
Oh, boys.
Don't have time for this. Right? I want to turn a load of people into toys, but at the same time, I want to have sex outside my marriage, is what he's saying, right? And selling stuff to Hydra. I think this lad's outrageous.
One time he converted his sleigh to steam power, but then he got a sponsorship, so he changed it to gasoline.
Fuck off.
Because in universe PETA clamped down on him for using reindeer.
He's a disgrace. Your Santa's a disgrace.
But he can press 2 tons on Christmas Eve.
Yeah, but that doesn't give him the right for the other 364 days to be a dickhead.
He's not. He just has issues with drink and womanising.
And time and drugs and he fought Nazis for a while, but then he also he helped Hydra and destroying the environment. So,
look, intelligence of 3.
Okay.
Strength. This is all Christmas Eve powers. Strength of 4, speed of 7, durability of 3, energy projection of 6 because he can control the weather and calm people down. And fighting. I'm not going to say fighting skills, actually.
What's the fighting skills?
I don't want to
get Superman. I just really want to make this clear.
The fight. Look, it's not about how well you fight. It's about how durable you are. And he's a tree.
He's a tree in durability. Do you think a tree would be able to withstand several punches from Superman?
Look, Santa's lived for centuries, and he's not aged. Let's just leave it at that. And his fighting skills of 1 has nothing to do with it.
So he's not even durable or good at fighting on Christmas Eve.
He's durable enough. He's about as durable as the Punisher.
Human.
Yeah.
Great. Fantastic.
But he can control weather, but not to the extent of storm. And he can teleport, which is effectively something Doorman can do.
Right, so you're telling me your big selling point for why your Santa beat mine is he has the same powers of Doorman.
And he can turn people into toys. He could turn Superman. Because Superman's weak to magic. He could turn Superman into a little doll.
Oh, he could. He could.
I think that's my last
That's
little
probably your big
weapon.
selling point. But can I just make the point he'd probably still lose to that doll with the fighting skills of one?
I don't think so. I think he'd turn it into a shitty little doll.
He'd still somehow end up with the doll just punching him.
No, I think he'd turn Superman into like a kite or something. And then like make a wind.
But then my
come.
Superman can turn him back.
Your Superman can turn him back.
Oh, sorry, my Santa. I do apologise.
Your Santa can't turn people into toys. That was never mentioned.
My Superman. My Santa is
Not
magic.
my
I
Superman.
already stated that he has magical powers.
What's Superman weak to?
Magic.
Yeah.
Right. But he has a wizard on his side as well. Looking out for him.
That wizard is distracted by all of the sexual harassment that he's undergoing.
No, that's your wizard.
No, mine's performing the sexual harassment.
My one's getting arrested. Like, what you did to She-Hulk. He's like, I'm not even from this universe.
He frames him because he's the great. Because my Santa's the world's greatest detective.
He's like, I never even met She-Hulk. You're going away for a long time, you dickhead.
And your little doll too. It's like a little Superman action figure.
Look, I feel like in the end I fought a good fight. I do think your Santa Claus would kick the shit out of mine. If it came to like the most powerful mutant ever versus a lad who's decent. But Superman was my big drawing card. I don't know how that works.
That's pretty good. Yeah, I think. Yeah, look, if you're allowed to bring in the champion, then obviously it's.
Then I'm bringing Superman in and we're calling it a day.
Yeah, but if it's a one-on-one on Christmas Eve, now I want to stress this: only Christmas Eve. I think the other 364 days, you're fucked, or I'm fucked.
He's just a pest. He's just a sex pest.
He's just
who
a
has no
pest.
time.
Yeah, like his strength and speed both drop to a 2, which is like regular human when it's not.
Imagine
Christmas Eve.
Superman punching a man with 2 strength.
Just murdering an old man is what that is.
Just murdering an old man, Superman, just in the spirit of Christmas.
I mean, yeah, look, it's in a way no one won in that fight.
So I think Superman would be crying as he did it.
Oh yeah,
he'd be very sad, but
No.
he would do it.
the comic panel of, because I'm thinking like the end of Man of Steel, but instead of God, he snaps Santa's neck.
No, I don't think it wouldn't even be a fight through skyscrapers. It would literally be like they face off in the street. Superman walks up to him and then just punches him once, and he just goes, and he's dead. All right.
And now I have to go home and tell my son I killed Santa.
Superboy, come here. I have to tell you something.
You too, Crypto, come here.
Shaun, I think that brings an end to our Christmas Santa v Santa special. I wonder if they let us know who they like more. Both of them have strengths and weaknesses.
Yeah, and look, if there's any other versions of Santa in any comic book run, let us know. Because one of my favourite things in, like, because you know Christmas specials and stuff like that, I like when it's like Santa was real the whole time. I like how that's just the end to one of those. So if there's
it's always like in a really bad thriller, like something terrible has happened and like 17 people have died, or like there's a massive like a disaster where like a building collapsed and like hundreds of people are dead, and then at the end they're like, I don't even believe in Santa. And then you hear the bells out the window and they all run. Who is that?
They run to the window and they're just like, oh, who could that be? And they look up shocked and smile at each other. So if there's one of those that you know of, like even like Santa Claus, that movie, what version of Tim Allen would get swiftly murdered effectively by either
I think
of
that
these
Santa
things?
Claus loses immediately. Like, it gets killed just falling off a roof.
Well, but like Tim Allen then has a killer instinct of like he doesn't ever confess to that. Like, he hides that fact that
But he
killed
doesn't
the man.
have the strength. He's got durability of like 1.
That's the durability. Yeah. But I think
Because that Santa literally gets shouted at, like, hey you, slips, goes, oh no, falls, I would say maybe 9 feet into a bush. And,
Which we've
or
all
lands on
survived.
which we've all seen every movie ever. And he lands in snow as well, which is notoriously soft. And then he's just dead.
Unless he was like a really old, like even for Santa, he was old. Like, and that's why no one misses him. Like,
But
all
he's
of his loved ones.
ageless. He's immortal.
Yeah, but he's aged past all of his loved ones is the issue. So he's cursed with immortality.
This is an extra level to that movie we never get.
I like to read into things a bit too much.
Yeah. I think that'll probably be our Christmas movie for next year, because we have Batman Returns for this year.
Yeah, God help us for watching that one. But look, that's coming out soon, so I hope you all enjoy it. That's over on the Patreon. And I feel dirty. I've kind of segued into this without asking permission.
That's absolutely fine.
Fine. I've ruined it now anyway. So if you want to check out our Batman Returns review, head on over to the Patreon, patreon.com/Heroes for Hire podcast. You get access to that and every other review that we've ever done. So $5 or more a month would get you access to that. You can also follow us on Facebook. It's Detective Divilment's discussion group. Twitter is @Heroes for Hire Pod. The 4 is the number 4. Twitter then is @Heroes... Wait, I've gotten confused.
Oh no. It's a
Instagram
Christmas
is here.
miracle.
Instagram is Heroes for Hire Podcast. Twitter is @Heroes for Hire Pod. The 4 is the number 4. Exactly. But whatever about that mistake, the best way you can ever help the show is to tell one human being that we exist.
Just the one?
Just the one. Well,
What day is it, boy?
it's Christmas Eve, Connor.
'Tis Christmas Eve. Why don't we say you can tell your whole family
By God.
about the show?
By
or a
God.
loved one.
What
if
you
you have
do.
multiple loved ones.
You're getting ready. Wow, lucky you. Brag about it. Here's the thing. You come down Christmas morning, you're opening your presents. Oh, it's a Bluetooth speaker. What should I play?
Imagine the scenes when you're like, whole family are around, they're all unwrapping presents, and you just stick the Bluetooth speaker down without saying anything. Dun, 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 dun. It gets good now in about 20 minutes, lads.
It's a 25-minute show. Yeah. It's great.
It's a good one for 30 seconds there at some stage. Have you heard of Doorman?
But yeah, I think that's about it, Connor.
So I have been Conor Lawler.
I have been the spirit of Christmas.
And you and me are wishing everyone a very happy Christmas, spirit of Christmas, are we not?
We are indeed. And I know, look,
Or
tonight,
whatever you celebrate.
Yeah.
I don't mind.
have a happy Friday. Like, just,
Yeah.
I wish you the best, you know? Fair play to you. You're doing great.
And we're taking tomorrow off.
Yeah.
Fuck this. I'm not doing any shows tomorrow.
There'll be no work done tomorrow. I'll be too busy eating goose.
Too busy eating goose.
Eating goose.
I think he's in Top Gun.
Ah, yes, Mr. Goose.
Mr. Aiton Goose. Please, that's my father's name. Call me Aiton.
Call me Aiton. And here's my brother, drinking. Together we are eating and drinking.
Oh, it's so dumb. Okay, so I have been Conor Lawler.
I have been Shaun.
And we shall see you all next week.
Bye.
Bye.